Joining me this morning is Gavin LERENA to chat about his rides on Thursday, the 22nd of February at Turffontein in Sound Track. Gavin, you start in race 1. It's a maiden juvenile plate over the 1450. You ride Hair Trigger, a decent debut behind Pistol Pete, now stepping up to the 1450.
Yeah, I've never sat on him before. It was a very nice run first time out. He looks like a horse that can come on a lot from that start. And look, it's a tricky draw, but I think he'll be in with a good chance.
Then in race 2, it's a maiden plate for the fillies and mares over the 2,000 meters. Say It With Roses, trying the 2,000 for the first time.
Yeah, I think she's really going to enjoy this trip. Mr. Peregrine's brought on very nicely. She's obviously well drawn, which helps. She's been quite green in her previous starts, but I think the penny's starting to drop now, and she's going to enjoy the trip.
Then in race 3, it's a maiden plate over the mile. You're riding Forest Guard, the beautifully bred son of Silvano. He's now stepping up to the mile.
Yeah, I'm excited to ride him. He was quite green on debut. I think he needed that experience. He hit the line well that day. It was a very slow run race, and he finished his race off well that last furlong and a bit. So excited to ride him from a good draw. Probably not the ideal track, but he'll enjoy the 1600.
Then in race 4, it's a maiden plate over the 1,000 meters. You ride A Thing Called Love. She ran a very good second last start.
Yeah, she ran a very good race. She needed the run quite badly. And she went to go and win it at the 100, and she just had enough that last little bit. I haven't sat on her. But she's got good gate speed, and I'm looking forward to riding her.
Then in race 5, it's a fillies and mares 74 handicap over the 1,000 meters. You're riding for the Sean Terry stable, Sahara Dawn. You rode her first time out, Gavin, and it wasn't a bad start behind Just Be Lekker.
Yeah, she's. I think she just needed a bit of time to mature this filly. I rode her second time out as well, but she broke through the pens with me, so we didn't get to race. I think she's a filly that, if I can just keep a lid on her on the way to the start and that, she could be competitive. Obviously, she's taking on some hard knockers, but she's got a nice draw, and, Mr. Terry's in good form.
Then in race 6, it's a middle stakes over the 1,000 meters. You ride for the Jan Janse van Vuren stable. Time for Orchids. She's had the 2 starts, have been super impressive.
Yeah, she's done really well since she's come to Joburg. Johan's got in a very good space. She's doing very well at home. She's well drawn. She's well weighted in this type of race. These middle stakes, the fillies get a bit of an allowance, and I think she's a huge runner.
Then in race 8, it's a classified stakes over the 1,500 meters. You ride the old boy here, Nordic Rebel, for the Erico Verdenese yard. Gavy's never far off them.
No, he's a very honest old soldier. I think I've won 6 on him. Look, he comes from a little bit of a break. But he, like you say, he always gives his best. He never runs a bad race. If he runs a bad race, he's going to get beaten a couple of lengths. It looks quite a competitive field, so just hoping for a good positive run from him.
And then, Gav, if you can give us your one for the day.
I'd say Time for Orchids. She's just in such a good space. She's really flourished since she's got to Joburg, and I think she's my best on the day.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.